right, we are now having a quorum for the Community Preservation Committee meeting, Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. With us tonight, we have Chris Pratt, Chair, Dave Spina from the Planning Board, John Wally, elected, Jeannie Weed Waldron, Park and Rec, Vice Chair, Brian Walker, elected, Dennis Clark, Consultant, and Susan Corey, Secretary. Did I miss anybody?
Doug Moglen is attending the meeting.
Okay, and we also have Doug Moglen from the Select Board attending the meeting. Okay. So for old business, we decided that we would share the revenue sheets, our budget, just so we would know what we have at each meeting. So that was shared, and was everyone able to open that and see it okay? I hope. We also have the status for reports on ongoing projects. Do we have any updates, Dennis or Susan? Did you get anything in on that? We went over it pretty extensively at our last meeting, but.
I haven't gotten any new reports. You did get a watchtower though, big envelope if you'd like to read it.
I'm pretty good with that. I'm all set.
Okay, I have it.
Anybody else would like it, you can let them have it. So that'd
Thank
be
you.
sure enough. Okay. For new business, application protocols, like to just go over some of the protocols and how applications come into community preservation and what happens from there. Dennis, would you be able to give us a rundown on the process for that?
Sure, I'm just going to let Beth Thomas into the room first.
Okay, sure enough.
Hey, Beth.
Welcome to the meeting, Beth.
Okay, well, the applications for CPC funding are on the webpage. They're available. And once somebody fills those out, they are supposed to bring them to the town clerk's office to get them clocked in, I believe. And then Susan, the secretary, would get them and distribute them to the members of the Community Preservation Committee.
Right.
Then the committee would have, at their next meeting, would review the project, and any questions they had would be continued to a next meeting or would be approved at that meeting. Then the process goes, it has to go to town meeting because the CPC is voting on not to approve the project, but to approve the project to bring it to town meeting for the voters to approve.
Right,
So,
just as a reminder, we're just approving to say it's worthy of the application process that has gone through, that it meets the criteria that the state gives us for approving the project. The town is the one, the town vote is the one that really means it because it's their taxpayer money, and it's, we're just making sure we're bringing it a legitimate project before them. Okay. All right, Dan.
my suggestion would be to put a bulletin or an ad out there, call for projects with a deadline on it to, get it out there so people realize that this opportunity is available. And the annual meeting is in May normally, and it takes close to a month to get it reviewed, the warrant articles reviewed. So I'm thinking maybe that like the end of February, have a deadline for the end of February to give the committee some time to review them and to get it to the town council to have them review the warrant article to get it on to the town meeting.
Right. I think that's a great idea that we make sure that we put that on the application itself. So that people are aware when they're applying, when it needs to be, done by. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get the word out there, funds available for, CPC projects. Have your go to the website to get your application, have it submitted by the end of last day of February. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds great. I think that's a good timeline. It would give people, or give us time to review it and, um, like you say, there's a process and bringing it to the town meeting as well.
What do you think?
So,
What do you think, Doug? Do you think that's a good fair amount of time to do the review process and go through all the steps?
I guess it depends on what projects come in, but if you're looking to get them in end of February into March, yeah, seems reasonable.
yeah,
All right.
okay.
I'll
We
put
can,
some,
we can do what we can do. As we know, some projects take years to get through, or, you never know how long a project's going to take, but
Right.
I think that's a reasonable amount of time for a simple project to come through.
and where would we want to advertise this other than Channel 15?
I don't know. I guess we could put it in the what's the Southwoods magazine maybe, or just something simple like that, just to make sure everybody knows that there are funds available. And I think when we do that, we should probably make sure we have something about the criteria that needs to be met, so we don't get a whole bunch of applications that do not meet the criteria.
I bet Buzz would love to do a little interview with you, Chris, Buzz Karen, and write an article about it, put it in the Southwoods, and we'll put it in the Westfield paper also. Anybody still gets that.
I was going to say, how many people get the paper? There might be a few. I don't know. But we could do that. And yeah.
Put it on Channel 15, put it on the Town Crier. Try to get some people in with some projects. A lot of times you hear about them through the grapevine, but they don't actually get submitted. So
Right. Yeah, I've heard of one that might want to come in on Klein Road, property on Klein Road, but there's no application yet as far as I know. So
That's the APR that Marissa's working on with the Prifties.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yep.
would be good.
So that's the only one I know possibly that might come in the near future.
Park and Rec is talking about perhaps requesting a water park now that we have our own water.
Nice.
The sprinkle
Water
park.
parks are popular.
Yeah, a spray park.
Great park.
Right. Nice
I don't know
place.
if you visited the ones in Agawam or Westfield, but they're very, very popular.
Yeah, I worked at a park in Long Meadow that had one, and it was nice, especially for the little kids to run around in and get wet.
It's especially good during the hot summer weather when the kids work up a real sweat on the monkey bars and the other
Right.
playscape things. Be
Yeah.
nice to be able to cool off.
Well, see if you can get that onto your agenda for your Park and Rec to put something together. If you need help with the application, Doug, do you know of any special town meetings that might be coming up before that, or as far as you know?
Nothing planned right now.
That's it.
Nothing planned right now. How about pickleball, John?
I hate pickleballs. Too noisy.
Now,
That's a popular thing going right now.
It's the fastest growing sport in the country.
Yeah, it's great down in Florida.
Yeah, I have some friends that are fanatics, so.
I talked to Randy White, who was the expert at pickleball, set it up in Agawam. He's been working with Russ Fox. I'm assuming that must be with the rec center, but he has been working with Russ about, we've been talking about it for almost a year now.
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have the old tennis courts over there. They're just sitting around. Maybe they'll refurbish those. Who knows?
Yeah, that would make, I believe, 4 pickleball courts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Randy about that and see if him and Russ, if they're going to apply for any funding for that.
Okay. That'd be good to know as well.
I know Randy's willing to donate a lot of stuff, so we're off to a good start. Help with the one in Westfield and Agawam.
That'd be great. I know, Randy. Yeah, after he retired, he talked to me and told me that pickleball is where it's going. That was probably 4 or 5 years ago. It's still going. So I think all we have left here is approving our minutes. Did everybody have a chance to look over our minutes from last meeting? We can, I'll take suggestions on the minutes. If anybody has any or edits. You can just shout out because I can't see everybody. Pretty quiet.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's, say who it is. John Wally made the motion. Jeannie Reed Baldwin seconded it.
okay. I am in favor. David, what do you say?
Dave Spina say aye.
Brian Walker, what do you say?
Aye.
And John Wally, where are you? We're all set there. Okay, I think we're all good. Okay, missed anybody?
Beth, did you vote for that? Beth?
It says aye.
Yeah,
Good.
hi. Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome.
Mr. Gibrell is going to be out of the building on the air for a few minutes. Can you also close the back bay door?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. We forgive you. Well, we don't really have a lot more on our agenda, and I don't feel like we need to hold up anybody else's night for if you want to have dinners, things like that. The thing is, we have to set a future meeting so that people may bring in a project if they wish. And we had said at the last meeting that we were thinking if there's nothing pressing that we would do every other month. So we would talk about the middle of February, I believe, but you have people time to bring in that for the. So what would be the third Wednesday in February? We have a calendar quick?
And bring it up.
Looks like the
That would
17th.
be the 16th. Oh, no, hang on. It's,
The 16th again, that would
oh,
be.
no, it's the 17th. I'm sorry.
17th.
Okay,
17th.
I was gonna say, it doesn't usually happen that way. Okay, well, so why don't we set the next meeting for the 17th of February, 7 o'clock. And I think that should be good for tonight. And hopefully maybe the next meeting goes as smoothly as this one. Nice and short and sweet. Does anybody want to make a motion to adjourn? I will. Make
Okay.
a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
John Wally seconds. Dave Spina, what do you say?
I say aye.
Brian Walker, what do you say?
Aye.
Jeannie, what do you say?
Aye.
And Beth Thomas, what do you say?
Aye.
Okay, so that's it. Over and out until
Beautiful.
February. Hope to see you all then. Stay safe, stay
Sounds
warm.
good.
Be
Who
careful
made the
traveling
motion to
tomorrow.
adjourn?
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody, have a good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Merry Christmas.
See y'all.
Great
Can you
job.
wait
Merry
for a
Christmas.
second?
Happy New Year. Well done, Chris.
Chris,
Take care.
can you hang on for a second?
Yeah, I can, sure.
Okay, who made the motion to adjourn?
I did. And John Wally was second.
Oh, you did, okay. Okay, I had a question on the revenue things that I wanted to discuss with you, but
Oh, sure.
we need everybody there. They're all gonna wait? Oh, I noticed the thing on the Prifty Park. And I had a question there, what's going on with all that? I had assumed that project had been completed. Because I filed everything with it. I don't have a current file running for that. Do we still have activity there? at Prifty Park?
I'm not really sure. We'll have to check into that, actually. I thought that was finished as well, so
Yeah.
that might be a balance left over. I don't know.
There was a large balance, so that would be something that we might want to put on the next agenda to,
Is that the one that John came in for with the playground, the ADA accessible stuff?
Playscape, yeah, the Playscape.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
must
we'll have
be.
to check into that and make sure we can,
it's over $4,000, almost $5,000.
okay.
So
That'll be good to put back in the
it's something to revisit, yeah.
yeah. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, Sue.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Okay, super. Okay, so we have a motion to adjourn. Anybody else wants to go? I'm gonna go.
Good night.
Have a nice night, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.